Yep, with things getting warmer outside, you better believe there's going to be one heck of a summer. What is going on, everybody? I'm Ty Smith. Welcome to my channel, Model Renaissance Man. Do me a favor and make sure you hit the like button so that this video can be circulated within all the YouTube algorithm, and that my content can be constantly recommended to you. Also, follow me up here and down here. And any products you see broadcasted during this video are things that I use. Yada yada peanut butter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know I kind of stay away from this type of stuff right here, but there definitely is going to be a way that this stuff makes its way into my desk. What am I talking about? The stuff that you guys been seeing going on lately. Yes, I know. Colombia, protests broke out. Palestine, the Israel stuff is here, and it is going absolutely bananas. There's been stories of people being stabbed in the eye, which that turned out that she wasn't necessarily stabbed in the eye. She was kind of poked with a pole. Nevertheless, there are also videos out here right now where people this is looking really weird. This is looking really weird. Doesn't look like the United States, I can tell you that right now. But at the same time, let's not think that this is going on in all the United States. I made that statement right there just so people can just kind of get to thinking a little bit. What are you talking about, Ty? When I just said this doesn't look like the United States. No, these particular areas in the United States don't look like the United States. So you guys don't know, there's been a huge uptick in protests going on in various states, various cities. The beef that's steady on between Palestine and Israel is just reaching high points right now. Reaching high points. Now, it's amazing to me that people who are students at these particular colleges, or even professors at these colleges, are being denied access because they may be Jew, or professors themselves are just being denied for various reasons. It's crazy. Ty, what are you talking about? What professors are being denied? What are you talking about? If I'm able to pull this up, I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about right here, okay? Let me see if I can find it for you. Because it's definitely something that's kind of, I guess you could say, unsettling, and it's really, really strange. Here's the video that I was telling you guys about right here. I want you guys to check this out, right? Check it out.
University keeping the media out. This is the COO of the university. Are we not letting the media in? What? Can you back up, please? My card has been deactivated? Why? Can you back up, please? Wait. Everybody, my card has been deactivated. This is Cass Holloway, the COO. This is Gerald Lewis. They were in the meeting where I asked them if Hamas is a terror organization, and they couldn't say that it is a terrorist organization. Why? I'm a professor. Why can I?
Shai,
no. Speak out loud so the media
Shai, we are willing to take you to the math lawn.
No, I am a professor here. Whoa, everybody quiet. I am a professor here. I have every right to be everywhere on campus. You cannot let people that support Hamas on campus and me, a professor.
So that's a little bit of the video right there, guys. But this is what's really weird. You see the question right there says, what is happening in America? This is at Columbia University where all the beef is going on right now as well. Now, let's be real. There can be several reasons why they're not allowing him up there. They could be saying like it could be for his own safety. Him going up there and maybe being in opposition to the ones up there protesting right now can end up getting him hurt. Doesn't matter. It's his choice. If he goes up there, speaks his voice, says things against the group that's up there right now, and he gets harmed, hey, nobody should be harming him anyway, but my point is he should have the freedom to do that. Now, here's the part that's really disturbing right here. Again, and he called this guy out. Check it out.
University keeping the media out. This is the COO of the university. Are we not letting the media in? What? Can you back up, please? My card has been deactivated? Why? Can you back up, please? Wait. Everybody, my card has been deactivated. This is Cass Holloway, the COO. This is Gerald Lewis. They were in the meeting where I asked them if Hamas is a terror organization, and they couldn't say that it is a terrorist organization. Why? I'm a professor. Why can I?
No. That's the part right there that kind of got me like, Can you say that Hamas is a terrorist organization? Can we talk? Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's where I would have a problem at. It's something that right there. Now, again, so many different things can factor into that because we do know that there was a professor, I think at Harvard, or a president, she got fired because she wouldn't call him out, or it's amazing, guys. Hamas is a terrorist organization. We're not talking about the people of Palestine per se, but because guys, right now, that's just like saying, you would be asking me, is it wrong to call out criminals in America just because I'm in America? No, that wouldn't be wrong to do that. But if you are in Palestine and you have a terrorist group there called Hamas, you should be able to call them out if they're a terrorist organization and say that's wrong in what they're doing, right? But the fact that they won't is really, really different. Now, the other thing is the fact that this is a professor who cannot go on the campus, and they say this card has been denied, but there are people right now, right there in real time, protesting right now. Now, the thing that I find kind of strange about this whole ordeal is how is all this coming about? Like, how are these people all coming together and doing this? And all of a sudden they just came out of nowhere and they're there, right? This is how.
Let's break down where these protests are coming from, who is funding them, where they started, and actually where the dollars are going. All right, well, let's begin. First off, they're everywhere. And they're everywhere, Brian, but they're often under one banner. This is what to know behind these protests you're seeing. On-campus organizations, Students for Justice in Palestine. Brian, it's basically behind most of the major campus protests we've seen. And as I pointed out, as I mentioned, it's everywhere. It's all across the country. Yeah, you got 200-plus chapters, various sizes, smaller ones over in Tufts, smaller ones over in Emerson, but bigger in the Ivy League schools. How do they communicate? You could guess it. They go through the cell phone, go through text messages, go through certain sites. And these are some of the colleges that have gotten our attention. Yeah, these are the notable chapters. These are the ones we're covering in the news right now. They're making the most noise, Berkeley, NYU, Yale, Columbia. But again, I think the important point is 200-plus chapters across the country for Students for Justice in Palestine. So they've been there. They've been simmering underneath, waiting since October 7th. There's been a lot of talk about the pro-Israel because of the massacre they suffered. But believe it or not, if you go on TikTok, there are more things Stand With Palestine from October 7th, even the following week, than there was Stand With Israel. So the big question is, well, who's behind Students for Justice in Palestine? Well, here are some of the groups funding that organization. This Westpac stands for Westchester Foundation, headed by an anti-Zionist ex-Orthodox Jew. And you can see they sponsor, Brian, all these different elements of SJP, Students for Justice. And we've seen these groups out and about. We've seen them with signs, and we've seen some of their chants in terms of what are their resources when they go to jail? What are their resources when they get kicked off campus? Like Congresswoman Omar's daughter. This is where they can go. These are where a lot of the funding is. Yeah, they go to A-15 bail, legal defense fund. They're not only organizing, putting it together, but what happens to you if you're arrested at the protest. Yeah, this isn't, Mom, I got drunk last night, I'm in prison, I got a drunk driving ticket. They know exactly where to go when they get themselves in trouble, and they know exactly their rights when they get themselves on campus. And this leads to this. Other funding, student governments, talking about how the protest fund is self-funded, American Muslims for Palestine. A lot of this is opaque stuff. Student governments, when I was in college, they used to pick out stand-up comedians and when to appear and what venue to go. They're doing protests. Now, this might be the most important wall. Well, this is off-campus stuff. So Students for Justice for Palestine, that's on-campus student organizations. Then you got stuff that's happening off of campus, like American Muslims for Palestine, the parent organization, informally, of SJP. Right, and you see a lot of these lecturers hop on the campus. They got to get paid. That's where the money comes from. We see a lot of their antics, like on Monday was El-Quds Day. They stopped the Golden Gate Bridge. They maybe blocked traffic in your tunnel, in your area, to make what point? That they're powerful, that they have something to say. And El-Quds, not a positive organization. Well, tell everybody, what is Al-Quds a reference of? They're the outgrowth of the Islamic Republic of Iran. The Al-Quds force is the one that kills our people in Iraq and tries to bomb them out in Syria as late as 2 days ago. So named after Al-Quds, the Al-Quds Committee is the one, for example, the protest you heard
death to America chants, that's this group, who also has big plans come this summer.
The worst is yet to come for the DNC. In Chicago, plans are already in place to create chaos in the streets, inside or out. And they're not pro-Republican, they're just anti-Democratic Party unless they change and become pro-Palestinian.
So that's the AstroTurf behind a lot of these protests that you see that look like students, and it does attract students, but this is the funding, the organization behind these student protests across Canada.
And this is how one side keeps winning and one side keeps losing. These folks know how to get together, they know how to organize, and they're holding things down. But the opposite side is so-called, look, I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Where are the real patriots and Americans? Where are you guys at? Man, I'm telling you, this is why I keep saying that one side is weak. Now, let me make this clear. Let me make this clear. Let me make this really, really clear. During BLM, the George Floyd stuff, all that stuff right there was being strategically organized to push a purpose, to try to change the language, to try to change social constructs, yada, yada, peanut butter. What do you think this is doing right now? This right here, if you ask me, this is a battle of victims. Who's the bigger victim here in a lot of things? Who's the bigger victim? Is it the Israel? Is it the Jews? Is it the Palestinians people? Is it the ones that's protesting? Is it the ones that's not? Who's the bigger victim here? What's really interesting about this whole ordeal is the fact that these people, like you said, they're not pro-Republican, but they definitely seem to be against Democrat, to where they say they want to go and disrupt the Democrat National Convention. Now, let me just make something straight right here, folks. Although there may be some of you out there that can't stand the Democratic Party, you hate them, hate Joe Biden, all that. Let's be real. If there's going to be a Democratic convention in Chicago, it should not be disrupted by a lot of people that's there that's doing this right here. Look, I'm keeping it real. Y'all can get pissed off. Yes, you know who I'm voting for, but I don't want nobody. People still should have a right to go and campaign. I know. Look what they're doing to Trump. I get it. I got it. But disruptions to this level, to where they're already making threats, to where they're going to just, I don't know what they're going to do, but they're making threats that they're going to disrupt that convention. Shouldn't happen. My thing is as well, I'm just keeping it real. And people get pissed off at this. That's none of my business until the stuff makes its way to my doorstep. As long as you don't come disrupting my way of life and what I'm doing, we're good. Now, you say, Ty, but they're disrupting other people's lives. What they're doing right now, if my son was attending that university, I would tell my son, go to class. If the school sends out a note saying class is being canceled due to X, Y, and Z, I will be looking at saying, well, during that time, we're gonna be narrowing some things down to where my son was not able to go to school. Therefore, this tuition fee is going to go down. Is there remote learning? Whatever the case may be, I don't know. Guys, in college is really different how you can get graded. Sometimes, because of mess like this, sometimes professors will be like, you know what? We just gonna give you all the grade because of things that happen. They did that with us when I went to college. When 9/11 happened. Some of our professors, like, you know, you were averaging an A or a B. We're going to do this last little thingy, majig or whatever like that, turn it in for the grade, right? But I'm just saying right now, things are getting out of hand. And when you say, Ty, you said if things don't disrupt your life. Yes, that means up here in Chi-Town. If I was going to that airport and they shut the highways down to where people had to get out and walk to the O'Hare, I would be extremely pissed off. I will be making phone calls. I will be doing videos like I'm doing like right now. I will be calling out the police left and right for not doing nothing. Who they take their orders from to stand down? Mayor. Look what happened. DeSantis was easily able to just dismantle those people from doing that within 15 minutes. Brandon Johnson could have said, anybody that's there disrupting the O'Hare traffic and da-da-da-da-da, get them off the streets right now. Get them off. That's it. And then if they resist, don't they say stop resisting? Tase them. I know. Tired. I know. If they're really about being pro-Palestine and da-da-da-da-da, I promise you, we will have no problem setting up a GoFundMe for all you college students that are all about pro-Palestine and sending you over there to be with the Palestinians. Go be with the people that y'all want to root for and support and all to do it. And if there's major breakouts the other way, if it's people from Israel, Jews, if they want to have big old things like this where they're disrupting traffic and causing chaos and things like that, and they're all about Israel, we would do the same thing. We would set up a GoFundMe for all you Israelites to go over there and be with the Israelites. Boom, there we go. The American way of life can just continue as such. Anyway, I know some of y'all get pissed off about this. It does not matter. I spoke my piece on this, and I told you most of the time I don't cover things like this because I really have not even had the motivation to even look deep into it. I have not. But I will tell you this. It seems like America seems to be riding for Israel right now. So don't seem like a lot of things are going to end well. And I can tell you right now, too, as well, when you say things like death to America and the biggest enemies of the world today are Israel and the USA. Yeah, guys, they're changing that. They say the biggest problem of the world today, or the biggest threat of the world today, is Israel and the USA. When you're doing things like that, it's a good chance you're not going to have people behind you. It's just not. Anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think about all this by leaving in the comments below after this video. Also, have you hit this button yet? If not, do it. I want to hear what y'all thoughts are on this, but I told you, I don't really get into all this whatever like this. I just haven't had the motivation to do it. Because when I do things like that, I really like to study and get into it. That means I got to go study deep what happened with Israel, deep what happened with Palestine, why they're fighting over this territory. If it's going back and forth, I'm just not going to get into it. For some other channels that may, go check them out, but I'm not going to be one to do it. But I'm just talking about the simplicity of the American way of life, and I do not want our way of life being disrupted because two different countries that's not from here are having beef, and it's interrupting our way of life. Again, we can send y'all over there to go be with the folks that y'all siding with. Y'all not going to do that, though, because y'all know y'all won't be able to get away with it over there. Anyway, let me know what y'all think by putting the comments below at this video. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.